Hello, traders, and welcome back to R is for Freedom. Today we're gonna discuss about something really extremely important for us as traders. What I'm talking about is brain and mind. What is the brain? What is the mind? How these things works and how they are different. Because brain and mind are two completely different things. Okay, so first of all, why we need to understand what is the brain and what is the mind and how this shit works. Okay, first of all, as traders, we don't work outside, or better, we just need to sit and look at a screen, look at a chart, and take decisions. Unlike other jobs, which is require a um, a physical place in time, also physical strength. For example, if you work in construction, or also if you work as a barber or hairdresser, whatever. Those things require physical attention. Trading requires mental attention because uh, we succeed in trading by making the right decisions. And the only thing that allows you to make a good or bad decision is your brain. It's just that, just your brain. So it's extremely important because I saw many gurus, many people talking about yeah, analysis charts and stuff like that, and just a little bit of emotions, how to deal with emotion, how your brain and mind really works, because that's actually what makes the difference. Is it doesn't make the difference a good trading system. It doesn't make difference a really extremely good analysis of the chart. All this can be thrown in the trash if in the moment you need to take the trade, your mind and brain are not working. You're not taking the right step to make a good decisions. So here is what we're going to talk about. I think we it's better to start immediately. Sorry, my computer is lagging. I need to make an upgrade. Schermo. Yeah. Okay. Can I make myself smaller? Let's see. Uh, I can't make myself smaller. Ah, fuck. Let's go over here. Okay, so I Google it. I Google what is the brain, what is the mind, and stuff like that. Okay, so what I found is the brain is, by definition, scientific definition of the brain is the central organ of the human nervous system. I'm not gonna read this. I actually don't care about this. But what all this means? It means that the brain is the tool that allowed us to touch, taste, see, hear, and also make us live as physical beings. It controls our lungs, our heart, our intestine, our legs, our thing, on only on its physical form. Okay, let's write it. Let's write it down because it's extremely important to understand how the brain operate. So the brain is the organ that control, control that control our nervous system. Okay, let's make also a definition like um, heart beat, lungs, movements, like movement, heartbeat is all together. Sorry for my English. Okay. Arm, legs, movements, and go on. So the brain governs our physical experience. Only that. Okay, so the brain governs our physical experience. Okay. Okay. Now we know what is the brain. So I can look in your eyes. Okay, so we understood that the brain is the tool, is the organ that governs our physical experience. So the amount of time the heartbeat, how the legs, and yeah, we got it, we got it. We understand what is the brain, but how the brain works. The brain and yeah, the brain has the heart. Wait, as the heart has an heart beat this time altogether. The the brain, the heart wait, operate with an heartbeat per minute. The brain works on cycles per minute. Okay, what is a cycle? A cycle is an electric impulse. Electric impulse that repeat repeat a certain amount that repeats. Oh shit, guys. Operate. Why? Oh my. Bah. Let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like that. Repeats a certain amount. It's wait. I get lost. Cycles per minute. A cycle is an electric impulse that repeats a certain amount on seconds. Okay, so the heart beat a precise amount of beat per minute. My heartbeat is super slow. My heartbeat is around 56, 60 beat per minute, which is super slow. The brain works on cycles, which are electric impulse per seconds. Okay, and there are four major cycles. Come si scrive? How do major? Pensa a te. Four major cycles. The first cycles that is ever detected in the human brain it's in the toddlers, it's in the newborn, and this delta. Delta is extremely controversial because it's the first cycle that the brain achieve. And through delta, which is 0/1 cycles per second, no, 0 to 4 cycles per seconds. So the electric impulse, the cycle of delta is between 0/1 to 4 cycles per second, which is extremely slow. And it's connected, or better, it's associated with super deep hardcore sleep. Okay. In delta, we can only receive information, and the information that we receive in delta are not super understandable. There are very few people, even I think no people, who are able to perceive and admit information through delta. It's almost impossible, almost impossible. But it is in delta, is quite a good receptor. Okay, we don't understand what we receive, but we receive all our surrounding. Okay, in the moment that we start question and we start to actively using our brain, because now we're talking about the brain. In the moment we're starting to speed up the cycles, we found the third major cycle, which is theta. Theta. What happened in theta? Theta has a cycle between 4 to 7, 8 cycles per second, and is associated with REM. Oh, fuck, man. Is associated with REM, rapid eye movement. Is the phase of the brain when we are in sleep, but it's not full deep sleep. Sorry, it's not full deep sleep. It's the cycle that allows us to dream. And when we dream, we perceive information more easily than in delta, but still we don't really know how to question, to make questions in theta. Very few, it's more achievable than delta, and very few people. You really need to work on your mind since ever to be able to perform in this cycle. But the information that we absorb through theta and the emitment that theta has, the link that theta has with our mind, it's insane. Later on, we're gonna discuss also about that. Okay, let's speed up the cycles, and after that we have alpha. And guys, here is where the magic, here is all the magic sits. Why? Because alpha has a cycle between 7 to 14 cycles per second, and is associated with like sleep, almost, oh fuck man, why sleep Almost awake. I have it done correctly. Almost awake. In fact, awake state. It also connected to creativity. In fact, when we operate in alpha, our brain is more flexible. It can perceive and admit information like none other, like differently from the other state of mind, because delta, theta, alpha, and the next one, which is beta, are state of mind. When you learn how to operate on alpha state of mind, guys, bro, the life is gonna turn over. It's completely gonna turn over, because when you operate in alpha, you have like it's like you open the box of your mind. It's like connecting yourself with everything. Alpha is also connected with intuition. It's connected with perceiving information like that no one sees. It's an incredible, really valuable tool, weapon that you can use to your advantage. In alpha, the more you work on alpha, the more you program, the more you use your subconscious mind in alpha, the more results you're gonna see in the real life. Okay. Last but not least, we have beta. Beta. Beta has a cycle between 14. This is not really precise. Okay, the amount of cycles, you can only measure it with the electroencephalograph. But since we are not doctors and we don't know how to access this type of tools, we only use this information based on previous researches. And now later on, I'm going to show you who made these resources, and later in the next videos. For now, let's just talk about the what's the word? The theoretical stuff, the theory stuff. Okay, let's go on. 14 to 21. Okay, cycles per seconds, and it's associated uh, with the physical world and awaken state. So every time you are awake, your brain has a cycle between 14 and 21, 25 cycles per second. And this is also associated with action. On the alpha state of mind, we create the plan. On the beta level of mind, we act. That's it. Okay, this is, oh my God, awakening. Fuck, man, I need to make another, an English course. A heartbeat. Nervous. No, I fix all my mistakes, man. Okay, so this is how the brain works. Now we're gonna check how the mind works, and at the end we're gonna we're gonna check and we're gonna see how these things works all together. Okay? Always remember, just if you have any question, everything, just type it in the comment, and I'll make sure to give you the best information that you can find. Okay, this is how the brain works. So the brain govern our physical world, and the mind, which is a totally different thing from the brain. But the mind is a faculty, a skill, a faculty of the brain that don't oh fuck man don't need that don't operate on the physical level. What does it mean? The mind is a faculty. Wait. I have the research I did earlier. What is the mind? Okay, here is the definition of the mind. The mind is the element of of a person that allows it to be aware of the world and its experiences. It allows to feel and think. It's the faculty of the conscience and the thought. Uh, okay, bye. That's my grandma. Okay. What all that was means? Okay, with the mind. Okay, with the mind, we are able to feel. What do we feel? Feel. What do we feel? Love, compassion, gratitude, anger, anxious, yeah, depression, and go on. All these feelings, and we are also because we can think because of the mind. Okay. So actually, the mind doesn't have any physical barrier. The mind has access to any information without concerning the distance, the time, the place, anything. It's like the mind can project every single thing that the brain can do, but without no barriers. It's unlimited. The power of the mind, it's unlimited. One thing that the mind allowed us is to visualize and imagine. This, guys, is extremely important. Is extremely important. Okay, let's define visualize and imagine, and then later we go on. Why it is important to be able to visualize and imagine? First of all, visualize. Visualize. We visualize. We visualize something. It may be a feeling, it may be a thing, it may be a smell, a taste, whatever. We visualize something when when we recall something that happened on the past. Okay, so the definition of visualize is to recall something that already happened in our past. For example, if I say I visualized me driving a Lamborghini, I'm saying something that is brainly unconceivable because I never experienced what driving a Lamborghini or Ferrari actually feels like. I imagine how it feels to drive a Lamborghini. I can visualize the smell of ragu. pasta. I can visualize the taste of certain cakes. I can visualize an act, a feeling that I felt back in the past. Okay, so when we use visualize, actually we are saying that we are recalling things that happened in the past. Okay, imagine in the other way. Now imagine on the other side. Imagine is when we create a thought for the very first time. Uh, let's practice this. Visualize an elephant. You know what an elephant looks like. You know more or less the details that concern the elephant. You know the elephant is gray, and that's visualize. Just put it here in your mind. Now think about that elephant, but pink, blue, gray, with 11 legs, with 15 tails, with 100 eyes. That is imagination, because from a thoughts you create something linked with the thoughts. Okay, so the mind is a faculty of the brain. It's a skill that the brain has that allowed us to feel, think, express ourselves in the subjective realm, in the abstract realm, and the mind governs our I say abstract experience. The brain governs the physical experience, and the mind is the abstract experience. The mind is way more powerful than the brain, because the mind has access to any information with no barriers of space, time, or other tools. Or other, for example, I can imagine to touch something without ever being there. With the brain, I can touch something only if I physically use my hand or my whatever to touch something. Okay, this is the difference between brain and mind, and how these two things are linked. Okay, how these two things are linked. So we talk about the mind allows us to think and feel. What is a skill? What is I say? What is a faculty that allows us to make a thing and know without actually know what's going on? And that is intuition. Intuition is the middle way, is the actually what links the mind and the brain. Why? Because the brain I say allow us to perceive more information through no yeah using, as we said, alpha we said is linked to creativity, to intuition, and to feeling. So alpha allow us to be creative, to think outside the box, and have more problem solving skills. Okay, intuition It's something that you know without knowing. For example, um, let's say the market uh, has made a double top. Okay, everything is going up. The index is going up. It's skyrocketing plus 7, 8% in 2 hours. But you have the feeling, you know for sure, and you don't know how you know, but you know for sure that the price at the resistance level is going to go down. Even if everything is going skyrocket bullish, it doesn't matter because you know, you have this intuition, you have the thing, you have the feeling that the price is going to go down, and you take the operation. So the more you operate in alpha, the more intuitive you become. The more intuitive you become, the more you are using your mind. The more you're using your mind, the more benefits you're gonna have in your life, in your physical experience, in your living experience. Because we all know that before the physical manifestation can occur, it needs to be created in the subjective realm. It needs to be created inside of us before the physical manifestation. So if you want to be rich, if you want to uh, cut out smoking, or if you want to do, you need to be that person first in your being, in your mind, in your head, and then it is gonna manifest in the outside world. This is linked with trading because the more we are intuitive, the more we have conscious and awareness of the world surrounding us, the more we can make better decision, and the better decision we make, the more result we're gonna bring into our P&L, into our profit, and into our real life. So you see how everything is connected, how it's linked, and how is fucking important to understand how the mind and the brain works, and to use them in a special manner, and to use them for your benefit. Okay, I think I've talked a little bit too much. Do your own research, because I've talked about this, but I didn't find out this. I didn't discover this. I learned this from other people. And the best research you can do is about this guy. Just give me a second because my PC is so lagging. Jose Silva. No, fuck, man. Ah, yeah, Silva, not Silva, Silva. Jose Silva is the first pioneer. Is the first pioneer that made a distinction between brain and mind. Aha, is this beautiful face over here. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. Oh my god. Every time I see his picture, oh my god, it just brings joy, man. I don't know. This guy was a man ahead of its time. I really suggest to make a good research on him, about his work and his research, because it's insane, guys. It's fucking insane. So for today, that's it. I've talked enough, and I also give you some researches to do. So the more you're gonna use your brain and mind, the more you're gonna see results and success in your life. So let me close everything here because my PC is going to crash. I feel it. Fuck, man. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So for today, that's it. I'm figuring out how to how to bring this context in the most effective way and give you the best quality of content that you can ever find. Okay, so relax, meditate, and learn. Keep learning. Keep learning. See you in the next one.